Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Uzzaman Saheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Tuesday, the 16th of Zulqa'dah, 1444, corresponding with the English date, 6th of June 2023. Hazrat Wala is saying, As-sidqu yunji wal-kidhbu yuhlik, that honesty and truthfulness will bring about success, and lies will cause destruction. Hazrat Maulana Siddiq Sahib used to say that lying has become common. Hazrat Maulana Habibur Rahman Azmi used to say that a mu'min can do this, that and the other, but he can never lie. I mean, the mafhum of that also comes in the hadith. So jhoot and this type of lying and that has become so common that you don't even know who to rely on, or who will be saying what type of truth would they be saying. This speaking of the truth and telling lies, this here is, nobody knows about that. It is between a person and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, if a person knows, or rather, if he keeps in his mind the ayat of the Quran Majid, ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. Whenever a word escapes, there is a watcher, there is an observer. Whenever that word or any word or a word escapes from a person's mouth, there is this watcher ready by him, meaning this angel ready to record whether that word was good or bad. Whether that word was good or bad. So if a person keeps this ayat in front of him, then he would not tell lies. يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. On the day of Qiyamah, we shall ask Jahannam, are you full? And she will reply, are there any more? Meaning, are there any more to come? Because I still have plenty of room. وَأُزْلِفَتِ الْجَنَّةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ غَيْرَ بَعِيدٍ. And on that day, the day of Qiyamah, Jannah will be brought close to those with taqwa and will not be far away, so that it can be observed in all its splendor. هذا ما توعدون لكل أواب حفيظ. They will then be told, this is what you have been promised for every penitent, meaning regretful, and conscientious, meaning sincere person. من خشي الرحمن بالغيب وجاء بقلب منيب. This person is, meaning the one who feared Allah without seeing Him. من خشي الرحمن بالغيب وجاء بقلب منيب, and has arrived with a repentant heart, a heart that is attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I'm not saying this, Quran keh raha hai, Quran is saying this. You know, the first time we made mashq ever, it was in 1930 something. I think it was 1938 that Hazrat Wala is saying that Hazrat Qari Mubin Sahib, his father was making mashq. And what ruku did he make us make mashq of qira'at from? It was these very same ayats that he wanted us to read. يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. So what is this qalb-e munib that Allah Ta'ala is speaking about? The repentant heart, the heart which is attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the heart that is free from all type of malady and sickness. So this is the Quran. We're speaking about here in the ayat, it is mentioned, وَأُزْلِفَتِ الْجَنَّةِ Jannah will be brought close to those وَالتَّقْوَى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ غَيْرَ بَعِيدٍ, and it will not be far away. Hazrat Wala is saying here also, it's made so easy for me, my bed is here, everything is found here, and to relieve myself, it's so close. I have these bars here, I have a rope, etc. All this in place. So it's so near, so easy for me, so convenient. So having something close, easy and convenient also is something great, which Allah Ta'ala is speaking about here, that Jannah will be brought close. So this is Quran. However, the Ummah is negligent about it. Hazrat Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was asked that what is Quran? Quran kya hai? So he said, Quran dasturul hayat hai. Quran is the code of life, the way of life. فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَهُ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Now this is Quran, it's in front of you, everything is spelled out here. Now tell me, فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَهُ يُؤْمِنُونَ. After this here, what will you ever believe in? If this is Quran, and you don't want to accept this, what will you believe in this after the Quran? إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. That on that day, the day of Qiyamah, when neither wealth nor dhurriyat, awlad and progeny will be of any worth and value to a person except for that one who comes into the court of Allah, he arrives with a sound heart, berogh, free from any type of malady, ailment and sickness. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ. The one who fears standing in front of Allah. وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى. And he stops his nafs from base desires. فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Then Jannah will be his abode. So Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb used to say, Quran se barkar koi wise nahi. There is no greater admonition than the Quran. People ask, kya mizaj hai? Kaisi mizaj? They are asking about your well-being and how you are, etc. So what are you asking about this and what are you asking about that? فَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ فَيَقُولُ هَاؤُمُ اقْرَءُوا كِتَابِيَهْ. As for the one who receives his record of deeds in his right hand, meaning indicating that he is bound for Jannah, what will such a person do? He will call out to others. What will he say? هَاؤُمُ اقْرَءُوا كِتَابِيَهْ. Come everyone and read my record. إني ظننت أني ملاق حسابية فهو في عيشة راضية في جنة عالية قطوفها دانية كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما أسلفتم في الأيام الخالية. Now what can I say? Today we have ghaflat about this. Just think about this manzar. Think about this spectacle on the day of Qiyamah. And you will be able to understand. وَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِشِمَالِهِ. And as for the one who receives his record of deeds in his left hand, indicating that he is bound for Jahannam, he will cry. فَيَقُول. He will cry, يَا لَيْتَنِي. Oh dear, لَمْ أُوتَ كِتَابِيَهْ. If only I were not given my record. Now Hazrat Wala is even saying that if only I was not given my record is like a child who has been given a report and he has terrible marks in that report. What is his reaction? He doesn't want to show it to anybody. He takes it, he'll hide it. He'll cry over it. And the one who has a good report will say, see my report. I've got this mark and I've got that mark. When I was in Barbados, and then there was this doctor there, and they were saying that do you have sugar, diabetes, etc. And then he asked me to have a few kajur. And then I ate that kajur. And then he said that I should be careful, I should make parhez. Nevertheless, when I went to Africa, then the doctor there asked me and posed this question to me. Now I'm saying this to you because maybe it may benefit somebody or this or that. So he says, do you have to get up at night to relieve yourself? Do you have to get up at night to relieve yourself? And I said, no. Before going to bed, I relieve myself, and on awakening, I relieve myself, but in between, I do not have to get up. He said, no, that's enough. You do not have sugar diabetes. So now, if it's so delicate, the amraz and the sicknesses here, then what can we say about these spiritual maladies and sicknesses? Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb used to say that towards the end of time, people will even forget about the akhirat. They won't know anything about the akhirat, rather they will even forget it. It will be out of their hearts and out of their minds. There was a waqia that Hazrat Wala is quoting there, I'm just trying to get that and recap it, of a Buzrug, that he abandoned all his empire and he went to sit in the jungles. And when his army and his people came to him, that Hazrat, why are you doing this here? What is the problem? We'll protect you, we'll look after you, we'll do this, we'll do that. And he said, no, first tell me that Allah says, Fariqun fil jannati wa fariqun fis sa'ir. One group will be designated for paradise and Jannah and the other one for hellfire. Now tell me, from which group, which of the two groups will I be in? If you can tell me that and give me that guarantee, I'll come back and take my kingdom. But I don't know that, and I want to work in that direction. So, in the Akhirat, just one hand span or the amount of just one whip, which is just a few meters, that is better than this entire world and whatever it contains. وَاصْبِرْ نَفْسَكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُمْ بِالْغَدَاةِ وَالْعَشِيِّ يُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَهُ. Now here, the tense is that of imperative command. وَاصْبِرْ نَفْسَكَ, Allah Ta'ala commanding Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to leave his private chamber and to come and sit with the Sahaba. We know a few things and we think we have accomplished everything. Here the Nabi of Allah is asked to come out and sit with the Sahaba. Nes bimari, chu bimari hai dil. There is no greater ailment and sickness than the sickness of the heart. However, dhikr, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the siqala, the polish of the heart. Allah himself says, وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. Remember Allah Ta'ala abundantly so that you may become successful. We all are in the sickness or have the sickness of ghaflat and negligence. You know, we say zukam, this type of nazla, zukam, this flu, this type of things, we would say that it is ummul amrad. Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saheb used to say that ghaflat is ummul amrad. When a person is negligent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is not conscious, he is not alert, then that is the worst. It is the mother of all type of sicknesses. Hazrat Maulana Ali Miya Saheb has written in his kitab that understand this, that Allah is the grand creator. Allah is Khaliq, Allah is Malik, Allah is Raziq, Allah Ta'ala is the provider. Alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amani hadha at-ta'am wa razaqanihi min ghayri hawlin minni wala quwwah. So speaking about Jahangir, Hazrat Wala is saying that people told him that Hazrat, go and sleep, rest. You hardly sleep and look at your condition. And then he said, Khabe gira, darpeshast. That listen, the deep, long sleep is just in front of us. They understood it. They had marifat. Man arafa nafsahu arafa rabbahu. The person who understands his nafs, what's his nafs all about, he has understood Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A person goes to a country, he gets a visa, he's given the permission and he's allowed to stay. Then, when he's allowed to stay, then he can stay. Here, we've been given permission by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to stay in this world. Allah ta'ala has created death and life. لِنَبْلُوَكُمْ, to test you which one is best in his deeds. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam never ate reclining. Rather, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam always ate in a very humble manner. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to tell Hazrat Aisha that, oh Aisha, there's one crust of bread. Pick that up, look after it, because when this ni'mat is snatched away, it doesn't come back. Sometimes I see amongst the Arab also, so much of food is prepared, and then if there's something remaining there, that food is all taken and thrown away in the bin, whereas poor people are standing and waiting. So agal bagal ki baat nahi. This is not chat chat talk from here and there. However, this is waz from the Quran. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, when he used to speak, there wasn't these more, malfuzat and this and that. Rather, he used to have waz, bayan from the Quran Majid. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts this, then we'll also understand that we are mukhlis. Let us make a dua. Now you make dua. Hazrat Wala is asking somebody, have you even learned how to make dua? Do you even know how to make a bit of dua? Allahumma allif bayna qulubina wa aslih dhat baynina wahdina subul as-salam wa najjina min adh-dhulumati ila an-nur wa jannibna al-fawahisha ma dhahara minha wa ma batan wa barik lana fi asma'ina wa absarina wa qulubina wa azwajina wa dhurriyyatina wa tub alayna innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Make dua that Allah Ta'ala accepts this listening and speaking of ours, and that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala gives us the tawfiq and hidayat of making amal. And just like how Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala had blessed these saintly elders and pious predecessors of ours, we make dua to Allah that Allah Ta'ala humko bhi nawaze. Allah bless us with these great ni'mats as well. فاطر السماوات والأرض أنت وليي في الدنيا والآخرة توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين. Oh, the creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my guardian in this dunya and in the akhirah. توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين. Cause me to die as a Muslim and let me meet up with the saintly and the pious. Now when Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam taught us, rather he made this dua himself, then how much more should we not work towards that? How much more should we not make this dua and strive that on that side also that we can be والصالحين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.